Hey y'all, I'm back with book reviews of Somebody's Wife and Somebody's Forever by Robbie Renee. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Books with Kimberly. Don't forget to like, comment, share my channel, and subscribe. Y'all, it's been a minute since I came back with a standalone review for a romance book that I just absolutely loved. And I will say that I absolutely love Somebody's Wife by Robbie Renee. So let's get right into it. The main character of this book is Dr. Gemma Holliday. She works in administration at Monroe College, which is a HBCU, and it is her alma mater, where she met her husband, Quincy. The two of them met when he was a sophomore, she was a freshman. And so the book opens up with how they met, how they fell in love, how they found out she was pregnant at the age of 19. And they decided to have this child. And then we fast forward 20 years later. They're both working at Monroe College, and their daughter is a student there as well. The two of them do not have the ideal marriage that you would expect. They started off as these college lovers, but the years have definitely worn on their relationship. And for the past 5 years, the two of them have just been basically existing, living in this marriage, but not happy at all. They don't talk. They don't have that emotional connection. They don't have that romantic connection. So in comes Dr. Ezekiel, who Gemma is interviewing for the position of provost at Monroe College. There is immediately a spark. Honey, Dr. Ezekiel is igniting some feelings in her that she has not felt in a long time. That night when they meet up at this hotel to have their interview, they end up hanging out for hours. He gives her his hotel card saying, come back to talk. Gemma's best friends and line sisters, because did I fail to mention that Dr. Gemma Holliday is a member of the greatest sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I absolutely love reading a book that features my sorority. Her line sisters try to pump her up to have this one night stand with Dr. Ezekiel, because Gemma doesn't think that Ezekiel is going to get this position as provost. She's already interviewed another woman who's highly qualified. She wants to give her the offer, and Ezekiel will go back to New York and live his life. And so her friends are like, girl, have this one night stand, take that key card and go see about him. Her life gets turned upside down. The truths that she had been hiding are now right on Front Street. So she is going through the process of getting a divorce, figuring out how to tell her daughter and how to cope with her family unit now being broken. And here is Dr. Ezekiel, who is putting the pressure on her hard to have this relationship. He's an escape. He's a support system, and they really do grow a beautiful relationship. There's a lot of steaminess in this book. The two of them have a lot of chemistry. Dr. Ezekiel is a Q, which I love. Quincy is a Kappa, which I love Kappa, so I don't like that he's such a and he's a Kappa. I don't like it, but I do love the Greek representation, the D9 representation in this book. So it's a lot of drama going on, a lot of messiness. Quincy does not want to let her go. He wants his family back. The daughter wants her family intact. But Gemma is sparking this relationship with Zeke, and the two of them, honey, they locked in. I enjoyed this book so much, y'all. It is definitely one of my favorite romance books that I've read this year. I give it 5 stars.
Hey y'all, I just want to give a warning that there will be some light spoilers in the next review, so spoiler alert.
I was excited to find out that the author wrote a second book, which is Somebody's Forever. It's much shorter, but it is a continuation of Somebody's Wife. And in this book, Gemma and Ezekiel are together. They are doing their thing, but she is hiding their relationship because she don't want no drama with Quincy, as they are still in the process of getting this divorce finalized. We also have a huge plot point of her daughter not being a fan of her parents moving on. The daughter honestly wants her family back. I will say that this book was good. The steamy scenes were there. The love was there. What really made me love Ezekiel and put him on the book husbands list, the good man Savannah list, is because he is just so attentive, so loving. He shows all of the 5 love languages to Gemma, and I just absolutely eat it up. But I will say that this book reminded me of the critiques that I low-key had in the first book, but I was ignoring them because the book was so good, but I feel like they were really on Front Street in this novella. I didn't like that as soon as Gemma's 20-year-old daughter started to have some feelings about her relationship with Zeke, she immediately pulls the plug on the relationship. And it reminded me how in the first book, Gemma was always bringing Zeke in and then pushing him away. Bringing Zeke in and then pushing him away. And of course it was understandable because her whole life is now upside down. She's not ready to give up this roots of being the perfect first family of Monroe College. A lot is happening, so I understand why she couldn't really just jump from being somebody's wife to now somebody's girlfriend. And it was a transition. It wasn't a slow burn, but it was a lot of picking up the relationship and then going back to ignoring each other. I understood it in the first book, but in the second book, we're a year into this, honey. Like, you done told this man you love him. He done told you he love you. Why are you still playing with him? And it also got on my nerves that I feel like Ezekiel just was putting on the love so heavy. I really felt like Gemma wasn't as reciprocal as I feel she should have been. And yes, it's good to see Black women love properly and to see them receive love without having to do anything in return. But I just wanted to see her appreciate it, accept it, and also give it back to him in return. And I just feel like I didn't see enough of that. I just feel like this book wasn't needed. As much as you want to see their relationship develop, this wasn't the kind of development I wanted to see. This annoyed me. I would have liked to see what it would look like for Zeke and Gemma to love each other out loud in public without fear of this image of being in the perfect family of Monroe College. So I would have loved to see them loving each other out loud. That would have been a really good second book for me. I did still overall enjoy Somebody's Forever, so I am giving it 4 stars. But y'all, that's it for my review. I really enjoyed these books, especially Somebody's Wife. Get out in the comments and let me know if you've read Somebody's Wife, if there are some other romance books you've enjoyed this year. And thank you again for tuning in to a Books with Kimberly video. Shout out to the members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.